45 hours ago.
We're looking at a live picture from Jersey City area toward Lower Manhattan, and you're looking where the World Trade Centers used to be. Now, on top of those World Trade Centers, when they were there, were the broadcast towers for most of the broadcast entities in the New York area. So most of you in America who will be watching us now are watching on various cable systems. Comcast cable, certainly, Dish Network, DirecTV. So we are UPN 9 News in New York.
Building 7. Notice it's one face and one face only that has this lather pouring out of it.
If that's smoke, why is it one face only from ground to roof? That does not look like a fire pouring out a window.
Is basically not touched at all. A few little fires in it. I mean, it was weird. It was bizarre.
It blew out of one face of the building only, from bottom to top.
These windows are broken.
If it was smoke from a fire and it really needed to get out, why isn't it coming out these windows? If there's a traffic jam, why does it take the path of least resistance? Notice it's spiraling around.
And the wind that day was only like 7-8 miles per hour. It's not pushing out, it's being sucked out, it looks like. And that poured out of the building all afternoon for 7 hours. That's a lot of material.
So basically it was disintegrating from the inside.
By 5:20 p.m., there wasn't enough mass left to slam to the ground.
The walls were like an empty shell.
I wonder how many people out there listening to us right now are just dumbfounded, looking at each other.
Bearden believes that these satellite photographs are of mysterious non-nuclear explosions near an uninhabited island in the East Siberian Sea, and that they are discharges from an RF weapon that uses intersecting energy beams called scalars.
In doing so, you can create, for example, either an electromagnetic explosion at a distance, or you can create an electromagnetic implosion at a distance, the extraction of energy from a distant point. This would look like a cold explosion, so to speak.
Looking like a Three Stooges movie covered in plastic, I swear to God. But you get a good thing, man. That's some good shit. Then we went back there. Whoa, 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 whoa!
Had moved back from that building before, what you're about to see again here on videotape, knowing that fire could not be fought because of the instability of the structure, because of the fire that had burned since shortly after 9 o'clock this morning.
Dana Tyler is joining us in the Information Center. She has some new information for us.
Lots of things in an office building can explode when heated. Also, explosion-like sounds are not necessarily explosions. They can be structural failures.
What the hell is it? What's going on here?
Or even elevator cables snapping. But isn't there a video showing actual explosions? Yes, there is. A hoax that I myself made in 2011 to test the critical thinking of demolition believers. In addition to flashes and explosion sounds taken from real demolitions, I added a flying saucer and made the building collapse even faster than the real one. Many people fell for it.
There can be no doubt that we are witnessing explosive detonations immediately prior to the collapse of the near 50-story structure.
It fooled a state legislator, this dumb website fell for it, and 10 years later, people are still sending it to me as proof.
Real quick.
Hold on, yeah, we're quick. It'll take 2 seconds to fire this up. Hold on. Speak up. Your name, ma'am?
Barbara Crowley.
C-R-O-W-L-E-Y.
NYU Medical Center.
Okay, tell me what you know.
All I know at this point is they're trying to establish an outdoor hospital facility like we've set up at Chelsea Piers, a triage unit for the personnel that are attending to the scene, not to the injured in the scene. They can't get in to get any casualties out at this time. They don't know the extent of it at this point. What we're doing now is going up to get medical supplies, to bring down trauma physicians down here, to set up the surgical unit and the triage unit down here, in addition to, if anybody out there can help, any vendors who have food or supplies. The firemen have no food, nothing but snacks. They need fluids, they need water, and they need protein foods. This is just the beginning of what they're facing. And we need masks. We need TB masks. Holy shit! What is it?
It just went down.
What just went down?
World Trade 7.
It did go down before.
No, 7, number 7.
Oh my God!
Question. Measuring things. The building falling, could it be measured on the Richter scale?
Well, there were, when it fell, it created seismic waves that were picked up. I don't remember the names of the places. I never looked into that, but Ted Walter, who I was doing this paper with, has done some, and then there's some other guys who have looked at the seismic signals that they picked up from 9/11.
Yeah. The second part of that question was, what seismic readings could we expect? Do you have?
I'm not a seismologist, so let's go on.
WTC2 just went away at the top, and then WTC1, and then you have these various quarry blasts all day. And then see down here at the bottom, that was an earthquake in the Fox Islands, which is up part of the Aleutian Islands. But look at the thing just before then. That was Building 7 going away. You can't even see it on the chart. It made a 0.6 equivalency on the Richter scale, which is like a jackhammer. And it was 6 times the mass of the King Dome. No wave traveled through the earth. It was only surface waves. That doesn't happen in building demolitions. You know, you always have an S wave and a P wave at building demolitions.